Bonjour, this is Pierre from French Moments, and in this video I'll take you for a walk through the streets of the village of Goult in Provence. For this exploration, we'll reach the top of the village from the Place de la Libération. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, it really supports the channel and helps us bring more unique content to you. Also, if you haven't already, click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. Let's start the tour from the Place de la Libération to the east of the village. The Place de la Libération is the heart of the village, lined with cafes, restaurants, and the Romanesque Saint-Sébastien church. This is one of the spots where you find a parking place for your car. On Thursday mornings, the square is occupied by the market where you can find local products from the Luberon producers. Let's turn left to start our tour of Goult. Here we are on the Rue de la République, which leads up to the old village. Along this street, you'll find beautiful mansions and old shops. If you love old stones, you will find your happiness wandering through the village's narrow streets. You will admire beautifully restored facades, vaulted passages, arcades, and shaded little squares. We arrive at the Place Alphonse Bernard with its roundabout planted with an olive tree. Let's take the Rue de l'Horloge to the right. On the left, we walk along the rock on which the castle was built. We will see the carved rock again later in the walk. We arrive at the Place de l'Ancienne Mairie and let's turn around to admire the beautiful slender tower of the ramparts. The large chestnut tree you see straight ahead is a tree of liberty planted in 1789 at the beginning of the French Revolution. And here's the view of the castle. Let's pass under the archway to take the Rue du Château. The castle belonged to the Dagout family. It was built in the 13th century and remodeled in the 17th and 19th centuries. Its austere facade was pierced with large windows in the 17th and 18th centuries. It is currently private. Now let's continue the climb along the Rue du Four. We pass through a trench-like street carved into the rock. It is said that Goult is a hidden village in the Luberon. Indeed, it is a village of the historic route from Cavaillon-du-Apt, which was once part of the Via Domitia of the Romans, linking Italy to Spain through southern France. We emerge onto a beautiful little shaded square, the Place de la Vallée. Let's keep climbing to the viewpoint of the Place de la Madeleine. There is a panoramic view to the north with, in the distance, the plain and the village of Gordes, de Mont-de-Vaucluse and Mont Ventoux. This spot once housed the chapel Sainte-Madeleine de la Paix. Now let's head to another picturesque spot in Goult, the Place du Vieux Village. It's hard to believe that in the 1950s, this place was a field of ruins. Since then, the houses have been superbly restored. This was where the primitive castle of Goult, the Babylonie Castle, once stood. We will leave the village through the Porte du Pont-Levis, a gate in the old rampart that, with its drawbridge, protected the entrance to Goult from the west. Here we are at the Aire des Astronomes. In front of us stands the beautiful windmill of Goult. Let's go and admire it up close. In 1750, this mill called Trécasteau already appeared on Cassini maps. The grain mill operated until 1919. In 1947, the National Geographic Institute acquired it to make it its teaching center for astronomy before selling it to the Commune in 1996. The mill is flanked by an olive tree, and yes, it bears many olives, but they are not yet ripe. The esplanade offers a magnificent view of the village of Goult and the Luberon up to Beaunieu, the village opposite. To fully enjoy it, you must come in the late afternoon, when the sun illuminates the roofs of the old village from the west. Let's retrace our steps and descend into the village via the Rue du Jeu de Paume. Curiously, Goult is a name of Germanic origin. Agult, the village castle, is mentioned at the beginning of the 11th century under the name Castrum Agoldi. Then it became Agout in Provençal, and finally Goult. This village also gave its name to a powerful dynasty of Provence in the 11th century, the Dagoult family. This family ruled the land of Apt and Soult throughout the Middle Ages and in Goult until the 16th century. After them, the Donis family ruled over Goult. This was a family originating from Florence in Italy. In 1563, the Donis had to defend their seigneury against an incursion of Huguenots from the vicinity of Menerbes. It was around 1538 that the habit of eliding the A of Agult took hold, and the village henceforth became known as Goult. On the left, here's the beautiful fortified gate of the Porte de l'Orme. Inspired by Saracen design, this 14th century gate marked the main entrance to the village. From there, we take the same path to descend the village. If you're watching this on YouTube and you've been to this part of Provence, I'd love to hear about your experiences in Goult. Drop a comment below and tell us what you loved about it. Don't you find this part of the village charming? As a reminder, we are on the Place Alphonse Bernard. Here we are back at the Place de la Libération. Thank you for taking part in this discovery walk with me. It was a real pleasure to help you discover the village of Goult in Provence. I'll see you soon for other adventures. À bientôt!